Are you suffering from post-viral fatigue? Let me give you some tips on how we can help you to recover. We've just been through a global pandemic, and many people are continuing to suffer through symptoms that they have experienced in that period. We are in a situation now where people are for the first time really recognizing that they have underlying health conditions. Prior to the pandemic, people were less able to know how healthy they were. The pandemic has stood up and made many people face their health issues, and we continue to suffer. Many people still have not managed to recover from the symptoms that were present at that time. One of the key issues that is happening in this situation is that our immune system, which is our only defense against our external world and our internal world, has been shown to be dysfunctional. What we need to do now is to look at what we need to address to enhance our immune systems. So the immune system is systemic. It runs like a network through the body. It involves our blood, it involves our cells and our tissues, involves our lymphatic system, and it runs from head to toe. It is triggered when something foreign accesses our environment. And in a good, strong, healthy system, we would get a really strong reaction in the form of symptoms and symptoms of defense, which might be coughing, sneezing, headaches, fever. All of these things are really important to show that our immune system is working. But in a healthy immune system, those symptoms would clear very quickly. They would happen in response to the agent that is affecting you, and your body would adapt. But for many people, what they've been able to see is that their adaptation is very poor, and so they continue to struggle with the same symptoms. The key symptoms that still stress people are fatigue, above everything. The inability to produce energy to overcome and support a normal immune response is the underlying cause of chronic fatigue and chronic post-viral fatigue. So in this post-pandemic period, the symptoms that are most present still are chronic fatigue, chronic insomnia, and chronic pain. The root cause of those symptoms is cellular dehydration. Because our cells are mostly water and they contain electrolytes in the form of sodium, potassium, calcium, and magnesium, which are vital for energy production, via our mitochondria, which are the energy centers in our body. Without a hydrated cell, our body can't produce energy. So we go into a syndrome called chronic fatigue. When the cells get dehydrated, the immune system will struggle to function, because the immune system depends upon the action of the mitochondria in the cell. So if the mitochondria cannot be fired to produce energy due to cellular dehydration, energy will be absent or minimal. And the immune system, as a consequence, will not have enough capacity to produce sufficient levels of T cells, B cells, and other agents which are required to keep the immune system on par to defend themselves against other antagonizing infections that may be in the environment. So we get a double whammy. We get the problem of the cellular dehydration, which means the body cannot produce energy, and then we get the inability of the immune system to defend itself against opportunistic infection. Let me give you my 5 top tips for your immune system to help you with post-viral fatigue. Number 1, get out in the light. Photonic light activates your cells. Getting at least 5 minutes of sunshine or sunlight will stimulate the immune system. Similarly, the same time in the evening, getting 5 minutes of light at sunset will set your body for a good sleep. The second tip to support your immune system is to focus on cellular hydration. In order to get the cells to hydrate, it is really important to drink water. Ideally, the water is structured. The water also needs to be clean and pure, so you need to have filtered water minimally. And then the water needs to be supported by sufficient minerals to activate the electrical activity in your cells. So there is a need to ensure that you have calcium, magnesium, sodium and potassium minimally in the form of electrolytes in that water. If you drink at least 1 to 2 litres a day of that structured pure water, it will start a process of rehydrating your cells. Tip 3 to restore your immune system is to focus on your fats. Every cell has a fatty membrane. Light passes through the cell membrane to activate the cellular exchange so that the immune system can be fired. So the most important fats to support that mechanism are the essential fatty acids, which we know as the omega oils. So we have an omega-3, an omega-6, an omega-9, and we have also interstitial fatty acid. It is really important to make sure that you're eating those regularly within your diet. The fact that they are essential means that if you do not have them, your body will not perform normally. Essential fatty acids are found mostly in grass-fed meat, oily fish, nuts, seeds, green leafy vegetables. Make sure that you have servings of those every single day to provide the cell membrane support that's needed to enhance your immune function. Tip 4 focuses on the acid-alkaline balance in your body. So our cells need to be alkaline, but when we go through metabolism, most of the metabolic activity of the body creates acidity. So we have to provide support to normalize alkalinity on a daily basis. The best way to do that is to eat whole food. Whole food that is digested successfully will produce an alkaline pH. That is essential to recover your cells, to optimize your immune system, and to enable normal detoxification. Good foods would be anything that is real. No processed foods, no artificial foods, only foods that you can grow and you can pick. The best place to find those kind of foods is in markets, whole food shops, and grow your own. So tip 5 for a healthy immune system is to get quality sleep. Your sleep is dependent on your metabolism. It's dependent on your ability to observe the circadian rhythm of life. Having a healthy day means you will have a healthy night. If the day is disrupted through acid foods, through dehydration, through stress, you are likely to have a disrupted sleep pattern. Without sleep, you will not repair. Without sleep, your immune system can drop to up to 40% in its function. So getting a night's sleep is really important. There are some very basic steps to help you, and one of the key things to observe is that when you're asleep or when you're trying to get to sleep, you need to ensure that your environment is free from EMFs and radiation, because that will interrupt your brain waves at night time. You need to ensure that you haven't just eaten before you go to bed, so that you've given your body time to digest your food. And you need to ensure that whatever's in your head during the day has been cleared by the evening, so that you do not go to bed carrying the troubles of the day. So I hope you found this video helpful in its support for your immune system. If you're interested to find out more and to learn more about what we can offer to support you, then please do get in touch.